Welcome back to
Stop and listen.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Rhyne.
And
This is
This is
it.
it. How you doing?
I'm alive, brother. I'm alive.
Feel that. Just one of those weeks.
Yeah, I know. It's been just
It's just one of
buck
those
wild.
weeks. All right. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're doing okay.
Hope you enjoyed the last episode.
Yeah, me too. Let us know you're there.
Oh,
All
Lord.
right.
Okay, let's go right into it. What was your diva down this week?
My diva down. Let's see. My diva down was I got tailgated by a car on my way home, and
We were just talking about those.
yeah, literally last week we were just talking about this. So I'm driving home,
Right.
and she's just driving like a bat out of hell. This girl behind me.
Hit her.
So, so I'm trying to like get out of her way, like because I'm also driving like a bat out of hell. So we're
Yeah.
just two bats flying to the cave, and so I'm like, you know what? I see traffic up ahead on my GPS, and I'm like, I'm gonna go the fast route home that I know.
Okay.
So I'm like, nobody else knows this route. Nobody knows this secret mouse school tool for later. So I go over into the turn lane, and this mother trucker, she just goes past 2 lanes of traffic and goes right behind me, and she's just whipping it. I got, like, she was right behind me. I almost hit a squirrel. We were going so fast, and I was like, no, and I can't slam my brakes because she was going to rear end me. But the squirrel survived. The squirrel's okay. I was able to maneuver around it. So yeah, that really irked me. And then I was like, whatever, I'm gonna pull into the Walmart parking lot, and she was going the same way.
Don't you hate that? It's like when you're walking
Oh,
together and you're like, okay, bye, see you later, and you go the same way.
I'm like, but I ended up getting away from her. It was just
Good.
traumatizing.
Screw her. Drive better.
Drive better. I think that actually might be me in another life, though. I think I do that to
Probably.
people.
Probably. I do it a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
It was just a lot, and she was so close. I could see her little fingernails.
I'm shedding.
She like a brush.
I got my fingers.
I could see her fingernails just on the steering wheel.
Was it Fran Fine?
Maybe.
The hell?
She had these long fingernails. And I was like, you know what, hell yeah. They were really pretty, though. I could see them. Anyways,
Jesus.
going into your diva down.
All right, so my heart is tore up and broken. So
Wish there was like morning music
I
right
know.
now.
Yeah, do it. So, my childhood crush, J.C. McCartney. Him and his wife, first L right there.
First L.
Are having a child. So my chances with this man,
He obviously wanted another pretty face.
are to
He wanted someone else to hold.
I love him so much, and truly I want this man so bad. Jesse, if you're watching, Jesse, listen, honey.
That's rough.
I will be a pretty face.
Is there anybody out there, Jesse? Come on.
Jesse McCartney. No, I'm happy for them, but I'm miserable for myself.
Understandable.
Pissed off.
That's an understandable diva
Upset.
down. I'm sorry for your loss.
Johnny Depp is still single.
Come on. He's 60 years old. He can apply for Medicare.
He can do something. He can apply for something.
He can apply for his casket. He can apply for his casket.
I love him. I'm a Johnny stan. Johnny Christopher Depp, if you are watching.
Cut the cameras. Enough. Moving on. That was gross. I'm gonna throw up.
Diva up?
My diva up is that I bought some new skincare.
Ooh.
I've only tried it once because I'm scared of overusing it.
Period.
Because you're supposed to like ease into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it tonight.
Period.
But the first time I tried it, my skin looked like glass.
Period.
I still had like redness because I have rosacea.
It's fine.
But we have a guest.
Hello.
Hello, Looney.
Hi, Looney.
I still have rosacea, but it looked like it was like a film. Look, I had like saran wrapping over my face.
I love that.
It was nice, very soft too. And even Tyler was like, "Yep, your face is so soft," and he never notices things like that. So, I'm really excited. Hopefully, it works. I'll let you know if I break out. That could be my diva down next week.
It's okay. We'll see.
All right.
I think my diva up this week. So I've been trying to lose weight and
Mhm.
everything. I lost not only 5 pounds this past week.
Congrats.
5 pounds is a lot. If you've ever seen it on a scale, it's like that fucking big.
Mhm.
That's a lot of
A
weight.
win is a win.
A
Don't
win
let
is a
people
win.
undermine you.
But I went down 2 pant sizes.
Hell yeah.
I know that you are having a hard time seeing me, viewers watching on YouTube or wherever you're watching from, because you see that piece of dust? That was me. I
Flying in
am
the
floating in
wind.
the wind
She
right
has
now.
that plastic bag Katy Perry was talking about. It's crazy.
Did she just call me trash?
No, cut the cameras.
No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I've lost a lot of weight, and thus far, and I'm excited.
Well, I'm happy for you because that's big
Thanks.
news.
Thanks.
High five. All right, we have a treat for you guys today.
Wow, wow,
We are going to be doing the Am I an Asshole segment. We're reading Reddit stories.
yeah, and
They're
then we're
real
gonna
lives.
determine if they're the asshole
Yeah.
or not.
And we might disagree on some of these.
Honestly, we might.
But yeah, if you see them on Reddit, a lot of people post these on TikTok. It's just gonna be a fun segment of reading the other stories of people's lives. But that's basically what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna start with mine, and we'll go back and forth. She brought some. We'll go back and forth, pick in
Cool.
between. So the title of this one is "Am I the asshole for telling my mom she was an unwanted guest?" My wife had a stressful time at work and was looking forward to a vacation at her grandparents' cabin. She brought a few books she wanted to read, and I brought my fishing rod. She had no plans to entertain. My dad stopped by to go fishing. It was supposed to be just my dad stopping by for the day, but somehow my mom inserted herself, and I was shocked to see her. My wife had no plans to entertain her. I told my mom that. My mom bought stuff for lunch and dinner and tried to engage my wife into making dinner for us all, and my wife said no. She's relaxing and reading. If my mom wanted to cook, that's my mom's prerogative. My dad and I got my dad and I get back late, and at the table my mom started to complain how she did this all herself. I looked at my wife, who just took her plate and ate in her room. My mom started to complain to me about it, and I told my mom she technically wasn't invited, and my wife had no exceptions to entertain her in my wife's cabin while my wife is on vacation.
Period.
My mom started saying, well, she wouldn't have came if she knew that. I told my mom, next time, take the hint. If you aren't invited, don't come.
Mm.
My parents left after dinner. My mom complained that my wife should have tried to be a gracious hostess, and I said maybe my mom should try not being an unwanted guest.
Oh,
Not the asshole.
not the asshole under any
That's a
circumstances.
man.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, period.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes,
Defend.
absolutely.
Sorry if you hear ice, by the way. My dogs are just eating their ice very loudly beside us.
No, he is not the asshole. She is not the asshole. You show up uninvited,
You
and
get what you
then
pay for.
you get what you pay for. You dug your bed, bitch. Lay in it. Wait, made your
You made your bed? Yeah, now lay
yeah.
in it. Yeah. Um, like,
Not the asshole,
not the asshole, period. That's a husband. That's something Tyler would do.
as he should.
Mm-hmm.
Love, we love Tyler. We stand Tyler.
All right.
Okay. The title of this one is "Am I the asshole for not going to my sister's wedding?" I, 29 male, am in a bit of a pickle and need some unbiased opinions. My sister, 27 female, is getting married next month, and it's supposed to be a joyous occasion. However, there's some serious family drama that's making things complicated. To give some context, my family's always had a strained relationship with my wife. They never really approved of her, and there have been countless passive aggressive comments and cold shoulders over the years. My wife has tried her best to be polite and cordial, but it's taken a toll on her. Recently, my parents went a step further and openly criticized my wife during a family gathering, blaming her for driving a wedge between me and them. This led to a huge argument, and I defended my wife, which only escalated the situation. My sister was present and didn't intervene or support us, which hurt even more. Now, with the wedding approaching, my wife feels extremely uncomfortable attending, and honestly, I don't blame her. She's been treated poorly for years, and this latest incident was the last straw. I told my sister that if my wife isn't welcome, I won't attend the wedding either. She's upset and claims that I'm being unreasonable and ruining her day. Am I the asshole for deciding not to attend my sister's wedding to support my wife? I love my sister, but I feel like my loyalty should lie with my wife, especially given the circumstances. Okay, your sister, by this accord, I could be wrong, never uninvited your wife. Your wife is
That's
not going
hard.
by her own accord, which it says right here. Um, she just didn't intervene. That's not her business. That's not her place to
Yeah,
intervene with that. Now, could she have said something to your parents afterwards? Yes, but in that moment, it is your place to defend your wife. Now, your wife can do whatever she wants to do, but it says, right here, like, she wasn't uninvited. I mean,
I
she
don't
just
know. Like
doesn't feel welcome.
the way I see it as the way I see it is that if the wife doesn't want to go, is the wife also telling him not to go, or is she just kind of like I'm not gonna go, and he's just deciding to
He's
stand with
siding
her?
with her.
That's what
I
happened
don't
most.
think you're a bad guy for wanting to, like, help your wife or whatever. But you're grow up.
That's so weird. I hate that because it depends on like, are you like, have you had this open conversation with your sister? Maybe talk about it with
Yeah,
her. I feel like there's still time to
fix
resolve
it until then.
things.
Yeah,
Um, because that sucks. Like that's your sister. Your sister didn't do anything to our
yeah,
recollection.
but her not doing anything is pissing them off, and it's like I wouldn't expect. You don't expect Tyler to get in the middle of his brother's situation.
No.
No, your sister minded her damn business. Your sister is now a victim because you're choosing to go. Oh, her my family don't like her, so they can get the fuck over it. If she wants to stay home, she can stay home. But honestly, later on down the road, he might regret not going.
Yeah, that's kind of iffy. I do love that he stands up for his wife. That's a
Period.
man.
Yes.
Um, but if the sister is not saying anything about
Uninviting her or her not being welcome, obviously.
might be a hot take, but maybe
Yeah.
I'm also a people pleaser, so I'm thinking I would probably just as the wife suck it up for my husband just for
Period.
that one night.
Just because
That's
it's
his
her
sister.
wedding.
Yeah. If, but if the circumstances were the sister is bullying the shit out of her,
No,
no,
ma'am.
absolutely not. I would literally just avoid the parents. I would come to an agreement beforehand and be like, "Your parents better not come up to me, or I'm gonna cause a scene at your wedding." And then
Period.
that would be the end of it. So he's like half. He's not an asshole for defending his wife, so I don't think he's the asshole. I just think maybe try to resolve things
Yeah.
before, or come to an agreement before. Um, that way you don't have to deal with that. That
Yeah.
sucks. Moving on to the next one. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance's friends that we aren't friends and to leave me alone? Let's
Did
see.
Tyler write this one?
No. So on December 1st, my fiance's friend, I don't know which one, hosted a holiday get together that I immediately did not want to go to but kept it to myself because I know how much my fiance loves her girlfriends. I do not have a problem with her girlfriends, it's their partners that piss me off. For background, each of them have tried to connect with me or befriend me over the years, and each time I've shot them down as bluntly as possible. I have my own group of friends, and I don't want more. I smile and keep everything surface level in person because I know my fiance loves get togethers. On the first night we all met, we all exchanged numbers, and once they tried to text me or call me, I blocked them. They tried adding me on Snapchat and added me to their group chat. I again blocked all of them and left the group chat. They added me to a group chat on Instagram. Again, blocked them all and left the group chat. Twitter, X, blocked. Facebook, blocked. Emails, blocked. Even here on Reddit, they're all blocked. They invite me to their boys' nights through my fiance, stern fuck no every time. So at the get together, the 8 of us, me plus 7 partners, are sat in the living room while the ladies cooked and talked. They were in their own conversation about the election and football and whatever, and I was just smiling and nodding. One of them makes a joke about me being quiet. I try and laugh it off, but he kept pressing it, so I left and hid in the bathroom until the food was ready. During the dinner, the partners kept digging into me as usual, trying to get me to open up, asking me about my work and hobbies and my proposal story and wedding plans. I gave the same surface level answers as always, but for some reason, they weren't having it. And then everyone except my fiance started yelling at me for some reason, saying that I'm such a prick and what's wrong with me, and that I act like I'm better than them. So I obviously yelled back at them. Um, he, the person who posted this did a SparkNote version of it, saying, "Ultimately, I don't know them and I don't want to get to know them. Leave me the F alone. I don't know any of your names. I don't care to know your names. Friends in law isn't a thing, and just because our partners are friends doesn't make us friends." Using my forearm to make a line, he's basically saying, "This is my line. Stop trying to cross the line. Stop approaching the line. Back the F away from the line. Everyone stay at arm's length away from me." Then I threw the car keys on the table and took a lift home. When my fiance came home the following morning, she looked like she had been crying. I've never seen my fiance so angry or disappointed and sad. I tried apologizing to her, but she called her dad to get her stuff from our place, and I have no clue where she's staying. My calls go to voicemail, my texts are undelivered. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the
You're the asshole.
asshole.
You're the dick. Because, one, you do think you're better than everybody else because I understand having a select group of friends. I understand that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But to just be an asshole about it all, they're just trying to bring you in. They're just
Yeah,
trying to open up to you because how would you feel if your friends did that to your girl?
that's just rude.
That's
It's just
disrespectful.
weird behavior.
And honestly, I hope she doesn't come back because that's such dick behavior. You left her there with the keys, whatever, but you left her there.
Yeah, and like blocking all of them
Ridiculous.
is just
Childish
ridiculous.
as fuck. Just talk to them.
You like just find a girl that has no friends and that doesn't want friends just like you loser. Like,
Like, I mean, Tyler has his set group. You know what I
mhm.
mean? But he's still friendly.
Yeah,
He still tries.
that's weird.
Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I'm not.
You are the asshole.
No one's forcing you to be best friends. They just want to put you in a chat. Just put the chat on mute.
You're the asshole.
You're the asshole. Call it a day. Yeah,
Ridiculous.
that's crazy.
That would piss me off so bad. I don't blame her.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Because that's so
sure
embarrassing.
based off the comments, I think people have assumed that they broke off the engagement.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend she's annoying? Ooh. My girlfriend of 2 years likes to pretend that she's mad at me. She doesn't do it every day, but at least once a week. It always lasts just a few minutes, but during that time, she ignores me when I talk to her, turns her back on me, and if we're outside, she runs away from me. I try to take it as a joke, even though I don't personally find it funny. It's a bit annoying to me. And today, when we were out in the evening with our friends, I went to walk her home. She lives on the other side of the city, 30 minutes by bus from me. On the way to the bus stop, she started playing the mad at me game again, running away from me, and when we stood at the stop and I spoke to her, she kept turning her back on me, but she wasn't actually mad, it was just her usual playful style. And then out of nowhere, I just said, "You're annoying." Without thinking, those words just came out of me. I've never said anything like that to her before. She was sad about it, and I feel really bad about the whole situation. I realize those are words that can hurt. I don't understand how I could say something like that without even thinking. It just slipped out of my mouth. And now I feel really sorry for saying it to her. Am I the asshole? We are both 24. What's your opinion?
Okay, there's a lot to debunk. I'm glad that he is acknowledged.
That he hurt her.
But she's 24 years old and she's playing like that.
Grow up.
Grow up.
You are not the asshole because that shit would annoy me too.
That would be annoying too. It's just kind of like, is anybody laughing?
No.
Like,
Read the
that's
room.
weird. I think it's just both kind of like, it sucks, like, that, because my biggest, like, thing that really makes me upset is being called annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would be upset, but I don't get, I don't get the, like, ongoing. If he's obviously not into it or thinks it's funny, maybe don't do it anymore.
Like, my thing is like, okay, could you have chose your words better? Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe communicate.
yeah, tell
Why
her
let it
like,
keep
hey, I don't
going?
like this.
You should have stopped at the beginning.
Because now she thinks that you think it's funny and she's going to keep doing it. It's not funny, babe. Because guess what? That could backfire.
Yeah.
That could easily backfire. Obviously, it already has, but it could backfire in a different way. Like, you could genuinely be mad at him and he could be like, oh, she's just playing and not take it seriously.
Yeah.
Grow up. Communicate.
Yeah,
Talk. You're adults.
they both need to grow up.
Just don't. Just
Like,
talk it out. Grow up.
um, yeah, that's just crazy. Am I the asshole for refusing to go to my sister's wedding, knowing that it means most of our family won't attend? I, 40-year-old female, am significantly older than my sister, 25 female. As such, after she was born, I was repeatedly looked over and parentified by my parents in favor of her. Examples of this include giving my old clothes and toys to her without my permission, rather than preserving them as a keepsake of my childhood. In short, my inner child has had to do a lot of healing over the years. I am low contact with my parents and sister, but apparently she is engaged and wants me to be a part of the wedding party. Now, I'm not comfortable around children of any age. It is a part of my trauma. Being around them for me comes with a sense of responsibility that reminds me of the neglect I have suffered at the hands of my family. My sister knows this, so I assumed with her asking me to be in the wedding that the wedding would be child free. During a discussion, she mentioned her fiance's best friend's daughter would be serving as flower girls and our cousin's son would be ring bearer. I reminded her that I would not be comfortable around children and expressed my disappointment that she would invite me to be in a wedding that is not child free. She looked sad for a second and told me that there were many young children and families that are close to her and her fiance, and the day would feel incomplete without them. And if I really wasn't comfortable around children to that extent, she would understand if I'm unable to attend. I was shocked that she would uninvite me in favor of random kids, and it reminded me of being thrown aside in favor of her when we were young. So I left to collect myself. I attempted to ask my parents to talk some sense into her, but surprise, surprise, they took her side. At this point, I was deeply hurt and needed an outlet. So I did something that might make me the asshole. I am friends with some other family members on Facebook, and I made a post about how my sister was kicking me out of the wedding and that my parents were taking her side, all because of the trauma that they contributed to themselves. I didn't go into detail because I didn't think it was anyone else's business. I just wanted to vent. Now people are apparently refusing to go to my sister's wedding unless I am reinstated as part of the wedding. She and my parents are begging me to come, but still refusing to budge on the children being there. So it doesn't make much of a difference to me. I do feel bad because I didn't know that our family would refuse to come, but I cannot go to an event that has that many children running around or retract my statement because I don't want the family to think I lied. Am I the asshole for refusing to go?
Yes.
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 You are.
Aw, pity party. Um,
That is not your wedding. That is not your choice. But you know what you need to do? You need to go to fucking therapy because you need
wait.
to sit here.
There's an edit. She
Okay?
did edit. For those of you suggesting therapy, I am in therapy. My therapist is incredible and helped me realize how heavily my past has affected me. I have yet to discuss the Facebook post with her, but we'll see what she has to say.
No.
Of course, you didn't tell your
No,
therapist about
you're
the
not in
Facebook post.
therapy. You're not in therapy, and your therapist is shit because she's enabling your thoughts on this. I can't be around children because of my drama. Grow up.
Grow up. The world doesn't revolve around you. You are the biggest asshole.
Biggest asshole.
It's not your wedding.
And
Don't
she
go.
never kicked you out. She said that if you felt like you couldn't come, then that is okay.
She's being more
She
than
never
accommodating.
kicked you out.
She didn't even have to have you in the wedding.
No, you're a bitch.
And even yeah, you're just a bitch. And even you're surprised that she invited you to be in the wedding. You should have said no because obviously the therapy's not working. You still hold a lot of resentment,
Hold a lot of freaking grudges, babe.
and it's not your sister's fault that she is younger than you.
You're the asshole.
You're the biggest
You're the
asshole.
biggest asshole I've ever heard of.
Like that is insane. I want to read some of the comments and see what they think. Someone said, "You're the asshole. Your parents giving your hand-me-downs to your sister is not parentification. It's economics. You didn't lose your childhood because your sister wore your old sweatshirt or played in your old playpen. One could easily turn things around and your sister would complain that she was treated worse because while her older sister got all things new, she had to make do with the 15-year-old leftovers. True. Just because your sister had asked you to be at her side on one of the most important days of her life does not mean that she and her partner need to cater the entire event to your preferences. Their wedding is about them and what they want.
Period.
Your sister didn't uninvite you, she accepted that you declined the invitation because she apparently, being within 100 feet of anyone under the age of 18, gives you hives.
What are you, a fucking pedophile?
Like, is there.
What trauma came from children? Are you a pedophile? Tell me.
Like,
Now.
what did Like, I don't understand. Like, is she like, did her older, like, younger sister, like, rip her hair out when she was, what, 15? Like,
What
oh, grow
are
up.
you? You're a pedophile. That's what you are. Grow up, bitch.
That's insane.
Disgusting. Title of this one is Am I the Asshole for Telling My Roommate's Partner I Can Hear Their Intimate Encounters? I've lived with this roommate for about 10 months now, and I've known their partner for at least 6 of those months. Last night was a bit noisy. Not extremely so, but it was clearly audible from the living room. Tonight, while the partner was over, I casually mentioned to them that the walls were thin before they went to bed. My roommate is now very upset at me for not saying this to them instead of their partner. They think it's weird that I brought it up how I did, and they seem to think that it's at least a little weird that I brought it up at all. I do know my roommate better than I know the partner, but I've known both for a while now. We're all at home together frequently, more often than ever lately. I can see how it would have been slightly more tactful to bring this up with my roommate themselves, but I don't think the difference is that significant. I know the partner pretty well. It doesn't seem like a big deal to me, and I would certainly like to be told if people in the house could hear me at night. I could have done this with a bit more sensitivity, but am I the asshole now? Honestly,
No.
no.
Grow up, roommate. You're fucking
Oh my god,
loud.
they hear me fucking.
Like,
You're doing it.
you're lucky she said it like that. The walls are thin. You're lucky she didn't say, I can hear you getting railed at 2 in the morning.
Hey, are you wearing condoms?
Like, yeah.
Like, could have absolutely, like, weird.
My throat just made a noise. No, I think the
So weird.
roommate is just a little
You're
baby.
sensitive.
You're sensitive.
You're sensitive.
You're sensitive.
Because I'm going to tell you right now,
You're lucky she's not that the writer's not mad.
girl, I'd have recorded it.
You're
I've recorded it and sent it on Snapchat and been like, be quiet.
like you're just like you're lucky it wasn't flipped because I would have been mad. I'm trying to sleep and y'all are being loud. You're lucky I didn't come in with a gun.
You lucky I about didn't moan in this microphone because I was about to.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, you're not the
No,
asshole.
you're not the asshole.
Am I the asshole for reminding my mom that she disappeared for 6 years? My 18-year-old mom and dad divorced 6 years ago. Her new husband didn't want her to see my dad, and so she let my dad have custody of me and didn't exercise visitation. She contacted us last month saying that she had divorced him and would like to reconnect. Dad told me it's up to me, so I said, why not? Things have been kind of awkward between us. Obviously, I've changed a lot since last time she saw me. When she came over yesterday, I was reading an offer from a gentleman. My mom said, you're too young to be reading these toxic romance books. I just stared at her and said, I was 12 when you disappeared 6 years ago. I'm 18 now. She spluttered for a moment and then told me there is no need to use that word and that she had made a mistake and there is no reason to throw it in her face. Am I the asshole?
No.
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 Hey, I know I chose a man over you, but like, you don't have to bring it up.
I'm still here. I'm still here. No.
You're not.
Oh my gosh. And then like they're gonna use the blood's thicker than water like excuse. Like, no. You're not the
Grow
asshole.
up. You're not the asshole.
You know what?
Any parent that chooses a partner over their child, you're disgusting.
No, literally. And they're lucky that they even give you a chance.
Oh,
They could have been like,
failed.
no. But shout out to the dad for being like, do what you gotta do. Because
taking up that role, because that's a hard role to take up.
Yeah.
From experience. Am I the asshole for refusing to be my mom's caretaker? Okay, so a little backstory. I took care of both my dad and my grandma when my dad had his stroke and my grandma had dementia, so this will probably hit home. You will get an honest answer out of me. Am I the asshole for telling my mom that I refuse to take care of her or take her to the chemotherapy? Fuck, dude. If she continues to smoke. Oh. She has stage NG. What? Stage ing cancer? I don't know what that means. And I feel like it's not fair to her to expect me to be her caretaker and support person if she doesn't even take care of herself. Okay.
That's rough.
This is a hard one. Coming from somebody who does do nicotine. It's really not as easy to quit as you think. Truly. It's really not as easy to quit as you think. Now, refusing to take her to chemotherapy, that's a lot.
I think it's enabling. not putting your foot down. I think it is a lot though not to take her to chemotherapy, but I think he's just putting a boundary that's like, hey, you don't care about yourself and you obviously don't respect my time
Right.
because you're not bettering yourself and you're already in this situation and I'm taking the time out of my day to help you and you don't really give a fuck because you're still going to be smoking. And I know it's like hard to stop, but damn, you got chemo. Like what's the line?
Like, truly,
What do the comments say? Like, do they think he's the asshole? Are we
yeah.
alone in this?
No, they think they're the asshole. We're not alone.
Thank God.
I think you're the asshole solely for the fact that you can have your opinion on how you feel about what they do in their life. You can have your opinion, but at the end of the day, it's their life. And obviously, their life is running short. Do you really, in 10, 15 years, go, damn, I wonder how much longer I would have had with them if I had to take them to chemotherapy? That is time. And I hate to use that as like a guilt trip, but like truly, that is time that you can spend with them. And honest to God, it can be frustrating as hell taking care of a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
But hand to God, I don't regret a thing. I don't regret a thing. You think that I wasn't pissed at my dad for dipping snuff and then yelling at me when I refused to buy it for him? You got to stand your foot down. He's fine now. He just chews a shit ton of gum. But you got to stand your ground with things. But to refuse to take care of them when they need you the most, when they would do it for you, wild.
I saw this saying it was like, I'd rather lose you than everyone else lose you.
Mm.
Yeah. So, do what you gotta do for your own mental sake. Um, I don't think you're the asshole, and she should, like, wake up.
Right.
Last one. Am I the asshole? My boyfriend won't clean up after himself or at all.
Ew.
My boyfriend, male 22, and I, female 22, have been together for 4.5 years and moved in together last August. The biggest challenge has been cleaning. I like having a clean, organized space, while he grew up in a household where cleaning wasn't a priority. His mom did the cleaning, but she didn't do much due to being overwhelmed. Before moving in, we agreed on a chore chart to split responsibilities evenly. We also decided to rotate chores weekly and alternate doing dishes every day. A few months in, I noticed he wasn't doing his chores, so I made a change. We agreed that if one person skips their chores, they're responsible for them until they're done, and then we resumed the original schedule. This change was over several talks about the importance of a clean space for my mental health. Despite understanding and agreeing to these changes, he still doesn't follow through. He uses my throw blankets and towels, but doesn't clean them. He leaves wet towels around the bathroom for weeks. I've even bought separate towels and dishes for myself, but he still doesn't treat my things with respect. When the shared towels and dishes I provided run out, he asks to use mine, promising to clean them afterward, but never does. Early on, he explained that he wasn't cleaning because he was just adjusting to living alone for the first time. Later, it became about depression, then lack of time, and eventually that he didn't see the point of cleaning since things just get dirty again. Sometimes he asks me
Ugh.
to do it all and offers to pay me. Every excuse seems different, but the pattern remains. Nothing changes. Now it's February, and the mess is unbearable. Piles of trash, dirty dishes, spoiled food, and laundry everywhere. Despite having multiple conversations, the situation hasn't improved. I feel exhausted and disrespected, and I'm unsure what else to do. Am I the asshole for getting upset about this? Is it wrong to ask him to clean the dishes after a week of no cooking because the kitchen is unusable? Would I be unreasonable to tell him he can't use my things anymore unless he takes care of them? I'm starting to think he doesn't value my belongings because they weren't his to begin with. Am I the
You
asshole?
are not the asshole. That is a grown ass man.
Yeah, 22 years old. This is why I suggest not dating a man that is your same age as you. Because men, and I don't care if you disagree with me, this is what I feel in my soul. Men are 2 years behind mentally. So you date 2 years older. That's just how it works because they're not mentally capable of being responsible.
I'm going to tell you right now. Wash your shit.
Wash your ass.
And okay, I'm gonna get a little maybe
Okay.
off about this. Maybe I'm the asshole. Because girl, you just letting it sit that way. I'm sorry, but eventually I'm gonna get sick and fucking tired of it being that
That's
way.
enabling.
It's 100% enabling. But guess what? You wash your shit and you leave. If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, I would leave him.
Like if he's obviously not respecting your boundaries, he's not respecting your time, he's not respecting your opinion. Leave him. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Leave him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gross. He's nasty. Does he even wash his ass?
Do you have to tell him to take a shower, brush his teeth? Is that how that
Are
works?
you his mother? Are you my mommy? No. No.
No, that's gross and disrespectful.
As fuck.
Like you don't care about anything. Like that's insane.
You better than me.
And then offering to pay her? What is she, a
What is
maid?
she? Are you in my brain?
Yeah.
She's not your mother. She does not need to take care of you. That is not a woman's
Imagine
job.
you have kids. When you have kids,
Oh,
you wouldn't be able to do anything.
hey, I'm not. I can't change that diaper because I'm sensitive to smells. No, you're sensitive in general. Grow the fuck up. Wash your shit. Dishes, laundry included. Clean up after yourself. You're a grown ass man.
It's just disrespectful, and I'm also thinking like this is the man you want for
To
the
marry?
rest of your life.
To marry?
Ugh, no.
Girl, he gonna show up with a dirty tux to the wedding. You lost your fucking mind? No, ma'am.
Luckily, like Tyler is so organized and clean that he makes me look bad. So, like we have a system where he hates doing laundry, and I hate doing the dishes.
Period.
So I do the laundry, and he does the dishes, and that's just what you do. You figure out a plan that helps both of you, because I mean, how likely it is that you both like doing the same chore? I mean, I guess that's kind of likely, but
Maybe. At
or
the end
just
of the day,
alternate like what they were. But I guess that doesn't work.
no,
You can't change that.
you can't change him. The only time a man will change is either for himself or for the woman that he wants to be with.
Yeah.
And that is it. Honey, it's not you. Grab your dishes, grab your towels, and get the fuck out. Because
Yeah.
he's not going to do it.
They're not going to change.
If he didn't do it after the first time you asked him or talked to him about it, he is not going to do it.
Because then that just goes into relationships where because you're just going to build resentment.
Yeah.
And it's going to be that relationship where the wife is always the mom.
That part. That, or he like actually does it that time. And
it's
he's
like,
like,
oh my God,
you owe
praising.
me because I wash these dishes.
Yeah.
Like, well, you grow up.
And all for you to still be the villain because you know he's gonna go to his friends. He's gonna bitch and be like, my girl makes me do this, this, and this. It's
And
just
his friends
all
are
she
gonna
does is
fucking enable
bitch.
him.
All she does is bitch, 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 and I have to do this, and like it's just childish behavior.
She's not your mom.
Yeah, like no, you'll find a man that wants to build a life with you
And wants to take care of you.
and like make it easy. Come on, like
at the end of the day,
he's still a child.
He's still a child, and period. Ooh, and that actually works with our column.
Oh, going into sugar, spice, and
Bad advice.
to wrap things up. Go ahead, Ryan. I'll let you lead this one.
I'll kiss you on the mouth. Stop playing with me. Tyler, don't kill me. Accepting red flags and cutting them off before you end up in a really toxic relationship. Why try forcing a relationship when it's obvious they fucking suck? Have we ignored red flags in relationships before?
Have we? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, God. This one's kind of eating me up. I've ignored a lot.
Yeah, she does.
I've ignored a lot. Simple for the fact
she would
that
ignore a red bus.
I would.
coming at her.
That bitch would hit me. Like, I'm getting better with it though. Like, I'm getting
Yeah.
a lot better with it because, like,
once you deal with it once, you're like pick it up on it
no.
now.
Like, I had this ex. We'll call him D.
Okay.
And honestly, he's so obsessed to the point where I guarantee you he reads and listens. So D
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was a psychopath. To the point where I'll never forget. I made this man spaghetti one time because he said he was hungry and he had
Mm-hmm.
came home. Where he had came to my house at the time, and we were in high school. And he came up and he goes, "I'm hungry," and I was like, "Okay, I'll make you some spaghetti." I didn't use the sauce that he liked, and he full blown threw it and screamed in my face. And I literally was like, huh? That moment was what clicked it for me.
Okay, I was about to say if you stayed after that.
No, after the cheating, after the mental abuse,
I'm a one doner. You do
I'm a
me
one
wrong.
doner now.
You do me
Disrespect me, see
wrong.
what happens. But like,
No,
uh-uh.
I'm being so for real, and I'm like not trying to brag. Like I don't really think I've had this situation. I'm pretty much like I don't deal with that bullshit. Did you just try to smoke the mic? Fiending, fiend.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the
Um,
poll said to vote no for you. By the way, for the people that voted just for her to stop smoking or stop vaping, thank you. Um,
the
the one
one vote
person,
was me.
you motherfucker. Anyways, um, I I can't think of like a scenario where, and I'm not trying to brag. I don't put up with that kind of stuff because I don't know. I've always been like that. Like I've just been. I'm like I'm not doing it. Like
Yeah,
I went on a date. The last, like the one of the last pods, we were talking about a date I went on with that guy in the truck.
yeah,
We never hung out again.
yeah.
It was a one and done. I'm not doing it because all he wanted was the goods, and I wasn't doing it. So
I've gotten a lot better with it. I've
yeah.
the guys that I've talked to, from Facebook dating and Tinder and stuff like that, whatever these dating apps are called,
Hmm.
you know, I've had a few of them be very disrespectful to me. And it's like one of them, I told him, I said, he literally looked at me, or not looked at me. We were texting or talking on the phone. We were doing something,
Hmm.
okay? And he was like, "Oh, so you think you're too good enough to come see me?" No, you live 2 hours away and I work at 4 o'clock in the morning. And you mean to sit here? I literally told him, I said, "Don't talk to me ever again.
Period.
Like, you're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to be rude to me and expect me to sit here and take it now. I'm 25 years old. I don't have time to sit here and allow a man to disrespect me anymore."
When you think of red flags, what are some examples?
Temper,
Temper, manipulation,
um,
gaslighting.
bad habits,
Yeah. How do you
like,
talk to your mom
oh
or women
God,
in general? How do you talk to
yes.
waitresses?
First question you always need to ask: what is the relationship with your mom like?
Yeah.
Because that will determine, okay, if he's a mama's boy to the point where his mom does everything for him, you're about to be his mother-in-law.
Hmm.
Literally,
Yeah.
you're about to be his mother-in-law. Um, or if it's a good relationship, there's healthy boundaries. That's great, because you got to think, not every mom is going to like you. Not every mom is going to approve of you. It's not about their approval. It's about what he thinks. And if he can't defend you, if he can't stand up for you, point blank, period.
Period. I guess to end it on, if he wanted to, he would.
If he wanted to, he would. Respect yourself.
If you have to like if something happens and you go, "Oh, that's a red flag." I
Yeah.
think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
If you
If
think about it again, that was a red flag.
if you have to ask yourself,
Mm.
"Ooh, was that a red flag?" Yes,
No
it was.
man, no man is like the love of your life if they're
No.
making you cry every night. Like that's not the love of your life. That's
Love
a
of my
loser,
life, you've hurt me.
and you're a fucking loser. Anyways, that kind of wraps up this week's episode. It's kind of a short one.
It's okay. Good
But we had
for
a good time. I
good for
liked
short
this
drives. I
segment. We
vote we
need to
do
do
it
it
again in.
again. Let us know if you enjoyed the "Am I an asshole" or "Am I the asshole" segments. And we'll do it again. I think they're really good clips
Yeah.
for TikTok too.
If you listen to this podcast, if you watch this on YouTube, whatever, comment down below a red flag
Comment a red flag,
to
or
let
no,
us know that
actually,
you listened.
maybe a green flag for us.
Yeah, green flag for us.
Comment a green flag. Let us know that you're listening, that you're watching.
That you
Follow
care.
us. Yeah, that you care. Come on. Follow us on all of our socials: TikTok,
Instagram,
Facebook.
YouTube,
We have
all of it.
personals too,
Yeah.
in the bios. So again, thank you guys for listening, watching. We love you guys.
We love you.
Bye.